We begin with a report from the state's Inspector General for Education digging into the vetting process for teachers across Maryland. This comes as Fox 45 News has spent the past few months pushing for transparency. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kai Jackson. Last week, a former Baltimore City school teacher was denied bond as he faces charges of raping a 12-year-old girl in Pikesville. Court records show he was under a civil order pertaining to domestic violence at the time of his hiring as a substitute teacher. In Anne Arundel County last month, third-grade teacher Matthew Schlegel was indicted on 55 charges, including 11 counts of child sex abuse, allegedly starting in 2022. But due to a county school's email policy from 2008, the public isn't able to see if there were any prior allegations. In Baltimore County, in Pikesville, a high school athletic director, Dazon Darian, was arrested after police say he created a fake recording of hateful comments to frame the school's principal. A Project Baltimore report found inconsistencies in Darian's job qualifications. So how are these teachers screened? Fox 45's Jeff Abel joins us tonight with the state's search for answers, highlighting another case in Baltimore County. Jeff.
Well, there are glaring questions tonight over who is hiring who in the schools and the problems some administrators seem willing to overlook just to get a teacher in the classroom. He taught social studies in the classroom, but outside the classroom, investigators say Mark Planamente had become far too social with female students. 10 years ago, the teacher and track coach learned a hard lesson after messaging a female student asking, "Do you have a crush on me?" The discovery led to an investigation, and Planamente was allowed to resign. But the probe wasn't enough to keep him out of the classroom. Within a year, he was hired at Catholic High School. 5 years later, he was hired at Sisters Academy.
For people feigning ignorance is inexcusable.
An Inspector General's report released today reveals how a teacher accused of having inappropriate relationships with students could continue to be hired by other schools. Before a teacher can be hired in Maryland, their former employer must answer a string of questions about the teacher, including this one. Was the teacher ever disciplined, discharged, non-renewed, or asked to resign from employment while allegations of child sexual abuse or sexual misconduct were pending or under investigation? The Baltimore County school system, which formerly employed Planamente, checked no, telling investigators that the allegations did not constitute sexual advances, nor were they sexually explicit. Planamente was hired at Catholic High School, where investigators say new allegations of inappropriate behavior soon emerged. And 5 years later, he resigned. But just 2 weeks later, after resigning, he was hired again at Sisters Academy. At the time, administrators at Catholic High informed Sisters Academy about Planamente's past. But according to this latest probe, administrators at Sisters Academy agreed his emails were unprofessional and inappropriate. But because there were no allegations of actual child abuse, Sisters Academy proceeded with their offer of employment.
What we've seen is that people willing to overlook what that really is and check no.
Dr. Takima Dorsey is an educator and consultant who finds it hard to believe that administrators can overlook such glaring problems.
And for it to be a backseat personnel issue as to how this fell through the cracks, not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times. No school system is that underserved, and if they are, they need to close their doors.
Well, that teacher is now serving a 5-year prison sentence, and the Inspector General is making a string of recommendations to ensure educators are better trained at identifying problem educators. We're live tonight. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.